Show the uniforms. Alright.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and a very
champ, I'll catch you after the game so I can yell in my headset. Alright. Alright.
boys. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Break that, break that, break that. Oh, yeah.
And man, down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
What's going on in these streets?
Here's a give to Lindsey running right.
Let's go.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Phillip Lindsey, an even 90 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chkahoes take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
Let's go.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give me that. Let's go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
I should have went to the outside.
Free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Third down. Here's Haskins.
Passing up. That was me. I threw it to the wrong person.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Wide open, too.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing. Prescott.
Let's go.
Into heavy traffic, and he fumbled it.
This nigga fumbled. Wow.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Wow.
On that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. to throw on third down. Haskins. And that is incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go, 54, 54. Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike, 58. We're going to 54, right here. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch it.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
What the hell is going on with my lineup? My bad.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down.
Whoa.
He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To try again after the sack. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. Shoot. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long.
This nigga dropped
They're
it.
going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
47. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Don't let it breathe. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Daron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jonathan Allen providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, that's short. Catch it. Ah, that's fair catch, man.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Definitely holding
so
on
from the
that.
39 now, they'll come
play.
up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, look at me.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets
wow.
Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On first down, Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10.
Let's go.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, look, 3. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54. 1 8.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He sets to fire deep.
Wow.
That's caught inside the 20.
Oh, that was great.
Into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brett Maher on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know.
Throw the ball.
He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On third down, Haskins forced out to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Boys take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
47.
Now Prescott. And this
The nigga caught
I
it.
think he got that with one hand. 22 yards there, a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, kill.
Prescott on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Lindsey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 36, 36.
Here's Haskins to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mike, 55.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Let's go, big boy.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, he'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Philip Lindsey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings
No
with
fumble?
coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First down, Prescott. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
Let's go.
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it's Haskins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A game
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys, batted in the air now, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to make the play, Joejuan Williams. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, 47. We're going to 54.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Give me that.
Oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field. You name it. When it all comes together and results in a victory,
good game,
everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Big D.